And the sunshine. Hey, how's it
My name is Wanda Profit. I am the North Carolina Board of Transportation representative for this area. Today is a historic day for our entire region. It is great to see each of you here as we celebrate the completion of this project of Highway 19 through Madison and Yancey County to Jacks Creek. For the role they played, their efforts and support for yet another highway to the future for this region. And that, Governor, is Country Cablevision's broadband project that will make it simple to do business worldwide with a high-speed fiber optic system.
You've heard how much this project means to this area, both for the economy, for health care, and just for the pure mood of the people of Western North Carolina. Y'all got to remember, I grew up right over these hills in Southwest Virginia in a little place called Grundy. And I understood, just as many of you all understood, that for a lot of years, we felt like we paid our tax dollars, but we never got any recognition. And it's about time that we did improve the road corridor through here. And I was tired of hearing Wanda and Gordon tell me that there wasn't an inch of 4-lane road in this county. So we've done what we needed to do. Your leaders came together, you all, which is really important. The leaders of these counties came together. And if there's one lesson to be learned for the West, and actually for the East, as more and more people in North Carolina end up living in cities, the lesson is that we all need to figure out how to work together more often in a more concerted way for the people of a region rather than simply the people of one or two counties. This Highway 19 was identified as a highway project, and I'll tell you how I know for sure it's a highway project. I needed a Diet Pepsi or a Diet Coke one day and a bag of nabs, and I stopped at this corner store up here. It was a corner then, and I went into what some call the Knowledge College. And I talked to Raymond, and he talked to me about he thought his people deserved this 4-lane road. And so, Raymond, this road's for you. This bud's not for you. This road's for you. We understood that if we could build this road, and you all look at this marvelous architectural and construction process. I mean, who could think that you could build a road like this and keep the environmental sanctity of the area intact while we move people through this area? Back in the 80s, we were in this area, as so many of you all know who are as old as I am, a 2-lane road with single-lane bridges. On a cold, snowy day, sometimes people would sit for hours waiting for that single lane and that bridge to be cleared. In 2008, ground was broken on the first section of this project. And let me underscore that word. That's important to you, and it's important to me. On the first section, because as we speak, you all know there's the second section being built too. So this is a long-term commitment to the project. We decided to start 14 miles of US 19 from I-26 to Jacks Creek. That was the project that we thought should be done first. When the next section is completed, there will be 21 miles of US 19 with 4 lanes finally linking North Carolina 80 all the way from I-96. That's important business for you, not just today, but for the next 50 or 100 years. Because if you're like me, you understand that when the state or the feds do a major road construction or bridge construction project for a more rural area of the state, you actually are talking about a 50 to 100 year project because it'll take us that long to get back at the back of the line to the front of the line. Having good connections to this interstate, you've heard over and over, is really important as you relocate commerce and attract business. I actually believe that someday soon, I'll be coming back as an observer to see you cut ribbons on new jobs and new manufacturing plants and new small businesses because of the access this road provides. And I, like Wanda, understand that a hard surface road, a 4-lane road and a good bridge aren't the only kind of highways we need to be concerned with in the 21st century. That's why you've seen me and my administration, and me since the early 2000s, fight like a tiger for every dollar we can get from the federal government to build out broadband coverage in every county of North Carolina. And I'm here to tell you today that you live in the state with the most broadband connectivity in our public school system, community college and university system of any state in America. So it was really important to me that as we built this connector, that we also continue to build the information highway, which is broadband and internet for all of the people of Western North Carolina. 95% of the people in Yancey and Mitchell County should be able, as this project is completed, to have access to high-speed internet. That's how you grow small businesses in the 21st century. Now, I'm not naive. I know that some of you and some of the residents here aren't going to be able to afford the hookup that you need to keep your kids connected to the information highway. And we are aggressively working with your providers here to figure out a scholarship program so that children and families from low-income situations can also have the access to the knowledge of the 21st century. So as we connect roads for you to tie you to a new economy, we equally connect the mind. We've done another project in Malin Community College, which I believe will be an anchor to you as you grow small business. It's been my honor and my privilege to serve you as the governor of North Carolina. It's been my honor and privilege to work with Secretary Conte and with Wanda Profit and with so many of you, the good, hard-working state employees of North Carolina who are out there day and night when things are tough and the rest of us in our beds. These are the men and women who are out serving us all. So today's a glorious day for the folks in these two counties. I salute you for coming together in a mood of cooperation, for working hard to get the resources that you so richly deserve. Now let's cut a ribbon. Let's think about the folks in New York and New Jersey and all the other places that are hurt. And if you're in a generous mood, as you decide to do something for those people who are at risk in the hurricane hit areas, rather than for your own kids and grandkids at Christmas, I'm going to make that pledge today. We have stood up the governor's hotline with links to a community and a charity that you might want to contribute to, so that very quickly we can reach out and provide good old North Carolina aid to folks who are desperately in need of help. Okay, now let's cut this ribbon.